At a certain point, social media is all smoke and mirrors. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about a 19-year-old college student at LaSalle University being charged with a $1 million credit card scam. Now, this story just underlines how fake social media can be. And a lot of young people are comparing themselves to what's happening on these platforms, not even realizing what's really going on. Here's a scenario. You're 19 years old, working at Starbucks, grinding your way through college, trying to make it, trying to get some money. And you scrolling on your TikTok, your Instagram, and whatnot, your Snapchat, and you're seeing another 19-year-old with Teslas and Gucci bags and diamonds and jewels and all kind of stuff. And you're like, hey, how can I get like them? My life sucks because I don't have what they have. Meanwhile, the whole time, there's a bunch of criminal activity going on behind what you see on social media. And before I go any further, let's roll the clip. Of course, this clip will be in the description box if you want to see it for yourself. If you're on IG, visit the link in the bio and go to the corresponding article on my website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
Information about a LaSalle University student accused of running a scam to steal close to $1 million.
So that's her right there in court.
Police say this may not have even been the first time she's done it. WBZ's Christina Hager is live tonight in Newton, where the suspect went to college. And Christina, Ariel Foster did appear in court today, correct?
Yes, and court papers are now showing she was also being investigated on completely separate but similar cases of possible fraud here at LaSalle University. This is her dorm where police arrested her, and she was arraigned in court today.
Ms. Foster, good morning.
Walking into court, accused of stealing as much as $1 million. A far cry from track star Ariel Foster's reputation at LaSalle University.
She won a couple awards for the school. She broke a few records.
Now the 19-year-old faces a judge, accused of faking transactions at her part-time job at La Visa Jewelry Store in the Burlington Mall.
An item was scanned onto the register, and the item price was altered to heighten the loss. The item would then be refunded onto a credit card.
A card tracing back to Foster, police say. And some of the ways they say she spent the money: a Louis Vuitton bag, plane tickets, a trip to Hawaii, and a Tesla.
Let's just pause for a minute. Okay, so you're stealing, you're working at this part-time job, and you're literally, is that called embezzlement? I guess that could be what that is. If I'm wrong about that, let me know in the comments. But regardless of what's happening, you're stealing from your job, and you're doing the most obvious things. You're probably stealing the money on the same credit card you use to go out and buy these things with. Expensive stuff. This is all social media. I got money. Look at me. It's called peacocking. It's like you're showing all your colorful feathers to the whole world to let everybody know that you have money. All the money she stole is probably spent, I would assume.
Is it surprising to think a student would be able to afford those things?
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be something up.
Court documents show how investigators connected dates and locations with posts on her Instagram accounts.
So let's go back. So this is what I'm talking about. You see some of these people, some of these influencers, or trying to be influencers on social media. You see they have all these nice things. They're going to all these places and all this and that. And you're racking your brain like, how are they able to do this? How are they 19 years old in college, living in a dorm room, but able to go all over the country? What's happening? There's obviously a bigger story behind it, whether it be a legitimate story or illegitimate story. At the end of the day, it might be an illegitimate story. And in this case, it obviously was.
On her Instagram accounts. My biggest flex is being able to buy my own Tesla full out under 20 years. And under a photo of a tropical scene, Maui is where I will retire.
Understand this. When you are committing crimes, when you're doing things like this, or you are suspected of committing the crime, even if you're not, you're just a regular person, the federales are watching you. Oh, yes, they're watching you. They see your Instagram posts. They see your Snapchat snaps. They see all that stuff. So all this person did was just steal money and then tell the whole world that she stole it and what she bought with it. World's dumbest criminals.
Years. And under a photo of a tropical scene, Maui is where I will retire. According to court documents, LaSalle campus police said Foster had also been the subject of multiple investigations for similar issues in the last year in regards to using fraudulent credit cards to pay for tuition.
Now, some are going to say, well, you know, that's a valiant thing. You're using stolen credit card information to pay for tuition. I'm not sure why anybody would say that, because stealing is stealing. I don't care why you steal. You still stole, and you can get financial aid like everybody else. If it's that difficult for you to pay for college, maybe, like I said, get financial aid, get a loan, or go do something else rather than stealing. And you're probably engaging in identity theft, stealing from somebody else to get what you want. So how was it fair to the person you stole from that they have to suffer whatever goes on so you were able to get what you want? That's not okay at all.
Police searched her Dorchester home, where neighbors say they saw the Tesla parked. They also searched her college dorm.
Just the fact that like a college student buying a Tesla, like fully buying a Tesla, it's a little suspicious.
Obviously.
The police report says Foster eventually said she would take the blame, saying, "I'm sorry for what I did." She is now out on $1,000 bail.
So she's out of jail, $1,000 bail. Probably not really a flight risk. They probably already watching her anyway, but that's really interesting. And the reason why I did that story, like I said from the beginning, a lot of your social media stuff you see, a lot of that is not even real. It's smoke and mirrors. People present themselves in a certain way that looks good to the public, that looks good to themselves. They go home, look at the mirror, and then like what they see. But their actual life does not necessarily match what you think as far as what you see on social media. You see all the trips and all the good stuff, but where they living? She was living in a dorm room. Didn't even have an apartment off campus. Living in a dorm room. And then when she go back home, living in Dorchester, where was she living at right there? I mean, all of this stuff is just fake. It's smoke and mirrors. This is why it's not really healthy or logical for anyone to compare themselves to what they see on these fake apps. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about what's going on here? Do you think this kind of story is more common than is reported or known about? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below how you feel about her and what she did. You guys pretty much know where I'm at. I think that this, like I said, kind of underlines the whole point about social media being full of fake stuff. People that present themselves a certain way, but in reality, they aren't that way. Or in reality, they're stealing, they're robbing, they're doing things that are not okay. They're doing things that are illegal to craft a certain lifestyle narrative for themselves, for you, the consumer, to believe. It's not real. So don't compare yourself to these people. Just live your life. Do the best thing for yourself, and whatever kind of lifestyle you create for yourself and your friends and your family, enjoy that rather than trying to look up to people that are like her when in reality, that's probably not even real. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.